Top plays for DFS and Sportsbook picks for the Echopark Automotive Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
That's a mouthful. Road course this week, so we're actually turning right today in NASCAR. So who's a good value play in DFS, do you think, Geoff?
I like going to Chris Boucher. Unlike you, I didn't look up this guy's name. I'm just going to wing it here.
Cool.
But he's 7,300 on DraftKings, and I actually really like this setup. I think he is a very, very solid value. He was third at Charlotte Roval last year. His top 18 in each of his last 7 road courses that he's raced on. So this dude's a road course racer, Jesse. He likes it on the road courses. That's what I've gleaned from this week. It's a little bit of a different setup, and I think Boucher at 7,300. He's also been top 20 in 5 of 6 starts this year, so he's actually been driving very solid. Like, he's been a solid DraftKings producer, and he's only 7,300. The thing with these road courses, too, is you want guys who are, racing clean, so to speak, not going to crash. That's what he's been doing. Give me Chris Boucher at 7,300.
Maybe Pearce knows how to pronounce it.
Pearce definitely knows.
So NASCAR is not an international sport, so we're just here in America going to say Boucher.
Boucher?
No fancy.
Dude, it should be sponsored by Busch Beer.
Just Boucher. And Boucher's good. Boucher plays the track positioning well and holds on to positions. He might not be the best driver, but he's good enough and has benefited from strategy. I like Todd Gilliland in this race. Last season in the Dakota truck race, he won, and he's been a very good punt play this season. Cole Custer, we mentioned a lot on here. He's very cheap. He's running double duty, so he's going to run plenty of laps in the Xfinity race and practice. So when they start this race on Sunday, he's pretty going to be the most experienced COTA NASCAR driver actually in history. So he should be able to run well. And then Michael Mcdowell has somewhat of a road course experience throughout his history, but he's been pretty good at the road courses. And typically he's $2,000, $3,000 more at a road course. So Mcdowell, Gilliland, and Custer are the value that I'm looking at.
Pierce, I miss the days when you'd bring in these road course specials like a Ron Fellows. Remember that dude? He's Canadian, Geoff, by the way. Anyway, what's a top 10 bet you're eyeing for this one, Pierce?
As I mentioned before, I like Gilliland and McDowell, both with plus 200, plus 300. I think they're slightly undervalued. Good road course racers. Gilliland also almost won a road course in Canada in 2018, just got wrecked on the last lap. So he knows what he's doing. They're a good team together. They both run well at this track. Shorter odds that you might want to target are Ross Chastain and William Byron. I think these guys are undervalued, underrated, and underappreciated. I would argue that they're both top 5 road course drivers. They were excellent at the road courses last season. They may not have always got the best results, but they definitely have the talent and the skill for this track, and they've also been running really well this season.
Geoff, hook me up, dude.
I'm going to hook you up with Tyler Reddick. I'm going to go back to this dude. I know he kind of crashed and burned for us last week, but again, you're targeting road course specialists here. I mean, he was second at Charlotte last year. I believe he was top 5 at this event as well last season, too. So he's got top finishes on the road course. He's been racing well. You take out last week, he already had 2 top 10 finishes on the year. I actually like going to him for top 5 at plus 300. If you want bigger odds, I think that's absolutely fine. I mean, everyone's kind of speaking about how good a driver this guy is and how good he started the year. And he's got some road course, history to go back on as well. But you can get him at plus 300, plus 3,000, for an outright, and plus 300 for a top 5. Like, I'd rather chase the upside with this dude than even just take the minus 120, for a top 10. That's fine, because I think this is a good situation for him. Like I said, he's got that road course pedigree, but I think Tyler Reddick is racing well enough that he can even go bigger. Go with the top 5 with Reddick at plus 300.
All right, Geoff, who is your pick to win it all?
All right. I mean, I do like sprinkling on Reddick at plus 3,000. I mean, I think you just need to do that. But let's go AJ Almandinger. His two Cup victories have come on road courses. He's raced pretty well to start the year too. I think plus 1,600 on a course where you can either just basically go with Larson or Elliott, one of the favorites, and there's a good chance one of those guys are going to win. But if I'm drifting back here, Almandinger's the guy who could easily pop up on a course like this, and with the way the cars are driving, and it seems like it's given a lot of people chances. I mean, we're having just different names every week. I think AJ Almandinger is very live here. Again, very good road course racer. Obviously, he's won Indy. Plus 1,600. Give me Almandinger.
All right, Pearce, your pick to win it all.
I'm going to go with that chalk pick that Geoff mentioned, Kyle Larson. But I'm going to build off of what he said with Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick is a dirt racer, just an all-around good racer. And you put these guys at any track, they're going to figure it out. Reddick is a perfect example of a guy who's figuring out road course racing. Kyle Larson is another guy. The Circuit of the Americas is a brand new track to all of the guys. And so basically the best driver, the quickest learner, and the best equipment are going to have a huge advantage. Tyler Reddick is one of those guys, and we saw that last year from him. We also saw it from Kyle Larson last season. He probably would have won this race if they had run it all the way to completion. They cut the race short. He thought he was going to win. I mean, he's fast everywhere, road courses, dirt tracks. I mean, this race was a monsoon last season. Basically, he was running underwater and still beating people. You can't beat Kyle Larson.